Okay, folks, today is the day I'm going to do my first oil change on the R1200 GSA. I made it to exactly 5,996 miles, which puts this thing at the 21,520 mileage mark. So it's had several oil changes, but this is my first time doing it. So I've got my awesome assistant here, Levi. Say hello, Levi.
Hello.
That's right. And we got a nice spot to work in the shop here. First thing I did was pull the seats off, and underneath the rear seat, of course, is your tool set that comes with the bike. And most importantly, key to this job is that special part of the tool right there, screwdriver. The screwdriver tool is the key tool to unlocking your little oil fill cap. So we're going to crack that open a little bit, let some air bleed down through there. Added some more tools to the tool assortment here. Oil filter wrench from Napa Auto Parts for $5. Got a full kit of Torx bits that should cover every stinking Torx fastener on the bike. Toolkit I've been running with up till now. For today, we're going to use Castrol Synthetic motorcycle 5W-40 oil, along with the Mahle OC-619. So let's get this started, and hopefully it all works out. To begin with, we are going to drop the lower guard with Torx 30 fasteners. Now, I thought it would be a good idea to have the engine oil as warm as you could before you let it all out, so it thins out and drains out of all the crevasses. So I did ride the bike out here for about a half hour and warmed everything up, and then I let it chill out for another hour or so. So now it's a bit cooler. Okay, so now we're going to get the 55, I believe. Okay, so we've got the top fill cap open, cracked open so that it can serve as a breather, with the T55. Perfect. A little bit overkill on the ratchet wrench size here, but that'll work fine. Okay, there we go. That was torqued loosely on the last go. All right, we're gonna crack this thing open here and let her drain. Now, of course, if I had had the means to or had the time to, I would have ordered another set of seal rings for this plug, but people reuse them, so in this first instance, I'm gonna reuse mine, and that's just the way it's gonna go this time, and it's fine. Can you put this on that freaking white mat you're laying on or something over there? Or a corner of it, maybe? Wipe my freaking hands off here. Clean up this damn mess. While that's draining out, I'm going to come around to Levi's side and get the oil filter coming off. Okay, so we got our handy dandy oil filter wrench there that fits right onto the grips of the oil filter, and hopefully this works well. Seems like a pretty nice tight fit there, so it should work good. Uh-oh, it might not be working so good. I kind of have to tap that on there a little bit. There we go. Give her a couple little love taps. Seat those flaps down in there nicely. Oh no, it doesn't want to come off. Okay, here she comes. Oy. Nice. Keep coming, baby. Oh, man. She's wanting to come, but not quite there. If you don't have this special tool, what I was going to use is one of those strap wrenches that you can get from any, Home Depot or Lowe's. It's like a plastic handle with a rubber belt that straps around, and I've had to use that on lots of different oil filters over the years. Okay, well that's worked pretty good. Oh yeah. Let her spill the beans. Okay, looks like my oil seal has stayed on the bike. It did not come off with the filter, so I gotta make sure you get that thing off, obviously. You don't want two seals bunched up on there. That would not work out very well. For comparison, made in Austria by Mahle. It uses a 19W13 number. I don't know what the significance of that is, but this is the original Mahle OC-619. Everything appears to be the exact same. These are supposed to have a nice anti-drain back feature to help keep the oil inside the case, so that's nice. Funnel here and let it do its thing, and hopefully I don't forget my wrench here. Now, as with most oil filters, you only want to put them on hand tight. You don't need to freaking use a tool to put them back on. That's for sure. Dab a little bit of oil on the seal there. Got pretty much just about everything out of the case now, it looks like. But wipe all this off all the way around. Make sure that thing's not trying to work its way out. Looks nice and secure. Clean this off a little bit so we can get a good grip on it. And down she goes. Boop, 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 ba-doop. Heck yeah. It even has instructions right on the thing there. Made in Austria, 1831. I don't know what the hell, why there's a difference on there, but I think it's gonna work just fine. It's probably gonna burn a little bit off of there. Taking a look at the magnetic plug, and there's almost nothing on there, just a teeny little bit, as I would hope, at 21,000 miles. Hopefully they've got all the first bits cleaned out on the first couple oil changes. They say you're supposed to wet down your seal plug here, your plug seal. So I will do that. It's not gonna have a problem getting wet because there's freaking oil still coming out of here. So give that a good wipe down, make sure there's nothing, no marring of any sort on there. It looks fine. Give the seal a finger clean job. A little bit of a towel here. So yeah, these are crush washers, but I've heard people that have used these for 20 years, the same one over and over and over again with no problems. I don't plan to do that. I'm going to use it twice, and then I'll buy a big old package of them. So I'll have some more on hand, but I'm 100% confident this thing will be just fine. Okay, I'm going to put it back in the orientation from whence it came. There we go. She's going back in. And then we can begin the process of filling her up, which is something of a process. You don't want to just add all your oil all at once. So we will do that next. On the next go, I'll probably do the final drive oil as well. But here we go. It's 42 Newton meters, I believe. There you go. That's a calibrated elbow. That'll be just fine. One last clean off down below. Put the skid plate back on, and then we'll start the filling up process. Now, the fellow who I had been shown how to do this by said to add about 2 quarts and see what it looks like in the sight window. Okay, Levi, are you ready for your filmographer debut on this project? Thank you. Levi usually films me reeling in gigantic fish. Of course, use the oil quart upside down like this, so you don't need a funnel if you can. Get the hell out of here, fly. Look at him, he's like, I won't be budged. I feel like a bartender. That's some kind of thick stuff. Get out of here, dude. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right, there's one. Meanwhile, I'm gonna take this O-ring out. It's got a couple little marks on it. I'll give it a nice cleaning. I think I might throw a third cord in there, and then we'll probably have to fire her up. As far as I know, it's supposed to take right at about 4 quarts. Big thing is, from what I've been told, you just don't want to overfill it. If you overfill it, bad things start happening. I don't know what they mean by that, but I don't want to find out. Now I'm going to put this little cap on here, and we're going to fire her up. Give her a chance to cycle through. Neutral. Boy, you sure could hear those valves clattering around, huh? Okay, good. So it sucked it down. That is a monster freaking rain cell over there, man. Crazy. So we'll let that oil settle down for 5-10 minutes, see where it's sitting at, and then we'll just add a little bit more to top it off, and then we'll call it good. Okay, so a recap of tools you're going to need. T55 Torx bit. I think that lower drain plug could be opened up with a hex head though, but I think it's more or less made to be used with the Torx bit. You're going to need a T30 to get your little guard off, and then this here is the 74 and 76 millimeter 3/8 drive optional socket for your oil filter, and then this handy dandy included tool for getting your oil cap off. And shit, if I buy bullseye right at the top of the bullseye, I think you more or less want it right about in the middle of the bullseye. So I might add a little extra, but a little extra is not going to hurt anything, I'm pretty sure. Tighten her up. So long as you don't lose that, I think you're in business. That should do. No leaks in the bullseye. Tightened up. Good to go, good to go. There we go. Ta-da, nothing to it. Oil change. Reset the odometer if you want to run one. Your trip counter. 0. Trip number 2. Fresh oil change. There we go. All right, that's a wrap, folks. Change your oil on the R1200 BMW GS Adventure.